Hey, howdy, hello. How are you doing? I have been traveling a lot lately, which means I've been on planes a lot lately, and I've had a lot of time to reflect. A lot of people say running is a metaphor for life. As cheesy and corny as that is, it is one of the many reasons that I love running. So I wanted to share 5 of the biggest life lessons I've learned from running and how they've impacted me. Number 1 is you don't always get out what you put in. And this has really changed over time because initially when I started running, I thought it was teaching me the biggest life lesson of you get out what you put in. But the older you get and the more you run, the more you realize that that is not always the case. Sometimes you can put everything you have into something and get nothing back. And that hasn't been the case with me for running, but there have been times when I've put more in and I've gotten injured or I haven't performed my best, and times where I put a different effort forward where I got a lot more out. So it's more about intentionality and understanding what your body can tolerate and what makes you perform your best. And that's the same in life. You've got to understand where your effort is going to result in the fruit of your labors and where that effort is not going to return anything. My second big lesson was that rushing the process limits total potential. For me, this looks like building up mileage way too fast or adding in intensity too fast, trying to reach my peak quickly, rushing fitness, and then that ultimately results in a shortened peak. I'm not able to stay at my top level for as long, or I get injured during the process and never reach that level at all. And the same is in life. If you don't actually slowly build up to something and really work to understand every step of the process in getting there, it's probably not going to last at the top because you haven't built that proper foundation. The third lesson is control the controllables. I know that this is such a common saying, but it's just true. It's common for a reason. For me in running, this looks like, okay, I cannot control the result of this race. I can't control how other people perform, what times they run, the tactics in this race that are employed, but I can control my preparation and execution of my own race plan. And so that's what I will have to focus on to try to make sure that I can reach my goal. And at the end of the day, maybe I don't, but at least I can walk away knowing that I did every single thing that I could to prepare and execute what I wanted to do. I don't think I need to explain how that applies to life as well. That one works itself out. The next one is kind of lesson 3.5. This isn't a full one, but I wanted to mention it. The little things are the big things. Especially when you get to a high level in whatever you're doing, the little details really start to make a big difference, because those are the little things that not everyone is willing to do. So for me in running, that looks like making sure I'm doing mobility, doing my injury prevention, my activation, proper nutrition and hydration, getting enough sleep, taking extra time to roll. Those sorts of things can really start to add up and be those little 1% differences in separating me from the next person. This also includes properly supplementing. And so I would like to thank X Endurance for sponsoring this video. I really love their supplements because all X Endurance products are informed sport third-party tested, which means that they do not include any banned substances, and they are also of the highest quality available. I have been taking the probiotic and prebiotic every day to improve my gut health, which the more research that comes out about the microbiome, the more important it seems. It's been linked to mental health, the immune system, and of course digestive health. I have also been using the adaptogen creamer, which has ashwagandha and reishi that can help with stress tolerance. I am a high stress person, so I need anything that can help me chill out, and this also just happens to be vanilla flavor and makes coffee sweet and delicious. Number 4 is if you care about a goal, then it doesn't feel like a chore to chase it. If you are working towards a goal and every day you wake up I don't want to do it again. Oh my gosh. Or you go to sleep dreading the next day. Or worse, you don't want to go to sleep because then you have to wake up and do it again. I've been there. I understand that. But that means that you are chasing the wrong goals. You need to reevaluate and chase something that actually gets you excited to train, that actually makes you want to do hard things, instead of making you feel like you're stuck in this trap and have to go after this stupid arbitrary goal. There are goals out there that will get you excited, and all you have to do is find those goals. And once you do, it makes everything else so much easier, because working is no longer a chore, which, trust me, it makes all the difference. The final lesson number 5, is that falling short of goals sucks, but it does not diminish your worth as a person. This is probably one of the hardest ones for me to understand, because I have always closely tied my athletic identity to my personal identity, and it's super hard to disentangle those. But I do understand now that my results on paper are a very small part of who I am as a person, and every time I have fallen short of a goal, I've woken up the next day, the sun has risen, my family still loves me, and I am still the same person I was the day before. Being able to separate personal worth from the accolades, the success that you have in running or anywhere in life is super important, because it takes the pressure off of those goals, and instead of them being scary, they become exciting. Instead of there being all these extrinsic motivations tied up in chasing after them, it becomes very intrinsic. It's for personal fulfillment instead of for proving yourself to anyone or gaining enough value to feel worthy. For me, this is the hardest one to get across to myself, but also the most important lesson in just knowing that I am a valuable person, and that value is not based off of the times that I run or the places that I achieve in any race. So yeah, those are the biggest life lessons that I have from running, that running has taught me about life, and I hope that you gained something from this. If you did, please comment below. Comment your biggest life lesson. I would love to see what everyone else has learned along the years. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. That's all for now, folks.